This brings me back to last week when the news broke. My online store basically sold out of stock. And last week was a little crazy because we got calls from distributors, retailers, customers. It's still coming in. And, it warms my heart because it is coming full circle with BTN. So
Yeah.
it's like this hard work has eventually paid off. Firstly, thank you so much for this award. It came as a massive surprise. And, I've got a little bit of a history with BTN dating back to 2014 when they first started. So this is like a full circle moment, so that makes it even more special. But thank you so much for this award. The distillery is excited about it. Our salespeople, they are excited about it. It's just going to push the brand up to the next level. The recognition is going to be literally blasted on all of my marketing material. So, but just a little bit about the brand. It started in 2022 with the caramel vodka. The caramel vodka was started because I originally started importing into the US from South Africa. A caramel brand that I wanted to basically share the flavors of South Africa with the US market. This was a long journey, and it kind of didn't end the way that I wanted. So I had to start my own brand. And the way I started this was basically from ground level. And so with the caramel vodka being exceptionally smooth, also award winning, I wanted to keep that same smoothness that we had with the caramel. I wanted to bring it over into the premium vodka. So this took some work, but we eventually got what we wanted to do. And our label is different. It stands out on shelves. It sends a message of standing tall. I'm a perfect example of, stand tall and face adversity and get over all of those hurdles, especially as a woman in this industry. It's not easy. That's a little bit of the backstory. The brand was kind of built to be a little bit edgy, to stand out. I've always wanted to have South Africa be represented on the brand or represent the brand because it's my heritage. I'm very proud of where I'm from. I love America. I love South Africa. So we kind of combine the two with grain from New York. The distillery is in New York. We use an aquifer from New York. So everything is very local. And so this is how we got the packaging. And I wanted to share with you the behind the name because everybody asks about where did you get the name from? So this is the Angry Giraffe. This is a gift from my brother. And the story behind this giraffe is also quite interesting in that he found a guy on the side of the road carving this giraffe. And I believe the guy was from Malawi, but he was carving these giraffes by hand. And so my brother got it for me as a gift. And through COVID, this is the time that we were deciding on a name. This was perfect because it represents, just standing tall. It represents people, just getting over hurdles in life. So this is the kind of message we want to get across. And the clients that we have or the customers that we have, it's a great talking point. They, love the packaging. I've even had people offer me money to buy an empty bottle. So, that was kind of unexpected, but, I loved it. And the stories that come with this. So we do a lot of direct to consumer selling in New York City, New York and surrounding areas. The most common message that we get or reaction that we get is, wow, this vodka is so smooth. The next question that we get is, where can we buy this? This brings me back to last week when the news broke. My online store basically sold out of stock. And last week was a little crazy because we got calls from distributors, retailers, customers. It's still coming in. And, it warms my heart because it is coming full circle with BTN. So it's like this hard work has eventually paid off. I want to just do a shout out to our distiller, Nick. He's a young guy. He is exceptionally smart and he is always available, for anything from hey, Nick, we need more stock next week, and he'll make a plan, which is what's happening right now. Everything is good. The people we have selling, we have great marketing material. I wear Angry Giraffe clothing wherever I can to promote the brand. We've just gotten promotional stuff for our website, shot glasses, bottle stoppers. Nice. So there's definitely, we're building the brand. And I try to think of it as we're not just building a brand, we're literally building a movement, because people love giraffes. And when I do these events, they basically gravitate to my table, sometimes to just tell me a story about a giraffe, or their kids love giraffes. And I had one woman ask me, where on Long Island are there giraffes? I'm like, no, it's actually inspired in South Africa, but it's a product made in the USA. That's my story. We're just getting started. It's a brand that appeals to a lot of the millennials and Gen Z. It's on a store shelf. People are attracted to it because it does stand out from other brands. There's not a lot of brands with an animal on the label, especially in the vodka category. So, the quality that we are producing is out of this world. It's exceptional. We've gotten awards before. We won a gold in San Francisco, World Spirits Award last year. We won a gold at the New York International Spirits Competition last year as well. Even the caramel is a gold winner. We won a gold at the Bartender Spirits Award 2 years ago. So I'm very proud of our distillery. I'm proud of where we've come. We've literally come from ground level up, and using what customers tell us about our product, about our brand. I had so many questions about gluten-free, so now that's listed on the bottle. The next addition to this bottle is definitely going to be, vodka of the year. So we're really, really proud of our product, our team. It's a value to have this in your portfolio, and the price point is around $28. We have a healthy margin for distributors, and we're willing to negotiate and see what we can do to get it out there. So lots of people are asking, where can we buy this? I can go into my email right now, and there's numerous emails about where can I go and buy this. The latest one this morning was from New Hampshire. So it's all across the country, and it's exciting. It's a little it's overwhelming, but it's very exciting. It's in a few retail stores in New York City. So we have around 21 stores, New York City and in Tennessee. And then we have stores in Canada. We literally going slowly, and we are talking to distributors both locally and internationally, actually. Hopefully we can get into more retail stores, so people are not turned off by just going to the website to buy it, as we're not able to deliver to all of the states. I feel bad. I feel like I want to just mail these people a product. But eventually we'll get there. If we continue on this trajectory, no doubt we'll get into a lot of retail stores.